The power of Perry pencil was revealed to me one day when I held aloft my magical pencil and said, "By the power of Perry pencil, I have the power." And now you can have the power to draw too. Hello everyone, this is Perry Pencil, and for today's video, guess what we're going to be learning how to draw? The arm. So for this video, I'm going to go ahead and take the time and draw the arm in 3 different positions. That's going to be from the front, the side, and the back of the arm. Here's the opportunity to learn how to do the arm from the front, where it deals with the shoulder, the bicep, and the forearm. And then you're going to be able to draw it from the side, which is the bicep, and then the forearm again. And then from the back, you're going to deal with the tricep, the shoulder, and then the forearm from the back side of everything. And for this video, there won't be any hand or anything like that involved because that takes away from the drawing. So let's get started. All right, the first thing I want you to do, we're going to jump right on into it. I say start out right to the right side upper corner, and let's whip out a circle here. If you notice, I'm going very dark. I have a dark pencil, starting off with a circle. Right underneath that circle, you want to drop an oval shape in. Kind of looks like it's a circle sitting on top of a shadow, but that's not the case. We're going to go ahead on and drop 2 lines down. We're going to create a cylinder shape now. The cylinder shape is going to solidify the bicep. You're going to go ahead and drop a circle right underneath that. This is going to signify the elbow. Now I'm going to draw a line down to the bottom of the page. I suggest you do the same thing, and then drop an oval for that. And then put an oval right underneath the circle we dropped. Then we're going to form the forearm. Follow the shape and follow what I'm doing step by step, which is this line that kind of completes this funnel shape here. That's going to give us the structure of the arm. Okay, simple enough, right? Overall, we've done the arm completely. Moving right along, we're going to jump right into the outer part of the shoulder. Wrap that around a circle, as you can see. Then put a center line there. This is going to put the middle of the shoulder muscle in, which would be like a V shape. And we're going to do the back side of the arm, or the back part of the shoulder. Once completed, we're going to do the top of the shoulder here to complete that part of the other part of the shoulder muscle out. Now, let's go ahead and put the bicep in. The bicep is going to come right out of the shoulder, and we're going to hit right the edge of the ball here. Have that come into that. That's the dip where you do your curl. Then we'll come to the outside of the back arm and do the tricep. The tricep is bigger than the bicep because it's 3 parts, it's 3 muscles, the components that makes that up. Then we're going to go around to the elbow here, drop that elbow right in on the outside of the circle. Once completed, we're going to do the middle of the arm here. This is the part of the tricep that's the side that meets the back and the side here. And you have another muscle that kind of goes in between that goes to wrap around the elbow there, so that your arm can bend right off of the circle. Drop that right in, and then bring that muscle around. Now we're going to go into forearm muscle off of the center line there. Bring that right on around nice, and bring that around to the front of the forearm. Then we're going to follow that muscular shape down to the end. Coming off of the elbow, we're going to bring that other muscle off the back side of the arm there. Now I'd say we're about 70% through the first part of the arm. Now go ahead on and bring that down to the wrist. Then there's another muscle in the forearm that kind of conjoins in between the elbow and the outer part of the forearm. Then to close this up, we're going to drop a little circle in there, and that'll complete the first part of the arm overall. Okay, moving right along, we're going to drop a freehand line in here. No rulers required. This is going to help us establish where we want the other arm, which would be the front side of the arm, to fall in on the page. Notice that I'm lining up each component of the arm so that it matches from front side to back here. Notice how I can care less about how rough the lines are and without the ruler, because you know where it is. Let's jump right on in and drop that circle in like we did with the first part of the arm, which is the side. Replicating what we did earlier, drop that oval in just like you did in the beginning here, underneath that circle. Then you're going to put the cylinder in like we did with the first drawing as well. All we're doing is repeating the same thing we did with the first part of the arm, which is the side, and this is going to be the front. Okay, we're going to drop that circle right in there just like we did there. Then we're going to have the forearm drop down. Kind of put the same shape as we did with the side of the arm. And then put the circle at the bottom. Okay, overall we have the cylinder shapes and everything like that completed for the front part of the arm. Now, we're going to drop that line that comes in on the bicep. So bring that bicep, and we're starting out with that so we have an understanding like we did with the side. Have that come off the circle joint. Then overall we're going to concentrate on the shoulder, where we're going to move that over a little bit and have the outside of the shoulder wrap around the circle form, right? Then have the bicep come right on the side, excuse me, not the bicep, but the side of the arm rather, come on the side where you can see less of the tricep in the back. Now we completed the entire tricep or bicep, excuse me. Then we'll have the outside of the arm or shoulder come around that the bicep area. Then we can form the shoulder muscle coming in here around that circle form. Notice I'm using the circle form to my advantage. Then we're going to come in and work on the forearm and have that line on the outside of the forearm drop on in. Get that shape going. Follow the shape that I'm doing. And then you're going to have that interior line come right in between the bicep and then the outer forearm. It's almost like the arm is doing a curl here. So notice we have that drop down, line for the wrist. Now to come in and clean up a little bit. Always, if you want, you can take the time with a kneaded eraser. And if things get a little bit unclear, always feel free to come on in and take the kneaded eraser if you have one, or a regular eraser is fine. And just kind of come in there and touch those areas up that you feel like is too busy or too many lines going on. So notice it's a lot cleaner now. What I'm gonna do is come back in and touch on some things to make it a little bit more definite. You know, notice that I'm sketching around here to define what I want to be seen and got rid of what I don't want, and it causes it to look a little bit muddy and unclear. So notice I'm coming on in and refining some things, and going on ahead and taking it and shadowing in here, going around the shoulder, refining that. Cleaning it once again. And what I wanted to do is go back in there and correct these lines to kind of get more clarity on what's going on with the muscles. All right, draw a circle. We're going to start that circle off and have that what we've been doing throughout the whole video up to this point. We're going to be dealing with the back side of the arm, so you're going to drop that oval just like we did with the first two, and then go ahead and create that cylinder for the back side of the arm. It's repetition at this point. If you notice, I have the 3 lines that kind of match up with all parts of the arm. Notice I dropped that circle down and in between where the elbow is going to be, and then the cylinder for where the forearm is going to be. Just like we did with the first 2 arms, we're going to do the same thing. Draw the circle for the wrist and make sure that you're checking that each one lines up. And you can eyeball it. Very easy to do. All right, we're going to jump back up here where the shoulder is and work that into the back side of the arm. Notice what we're doing with the shoulder muscles here. We're getting that in lightly, and then we're also going to be dealing with the tricep at this point. Now, the reason why drawing the tricep is so important because there's 3 parts to the tricep. You have the bicep, which is 2, tricep, which is 3. All right, so we're going to go off of the elbow. We're going to have things wrap around the elbow. That's going to be a focal point. So you want to have that line come in, and that line is going to come in between, and notice it separates the 2 muscles, the muscle on the outside and the muscle on the inside. And then what separates it is going to be actually where you have the bicep, right, which is 2, and then you have the bicep, which you can see 1, 2, and 3 in the middle where the elbow comes down in. And of course I have a little bit of a dip there for the outside of the back. We're going to jump on down to the forearm from the back side, and here we'll see where the muscles are overlapping the elbow going into the wrist. So you're going to come on the outside, and it's the opposite of what's on the first drawing, which is the side. And then when you're dealing with the back, you have all 3 of the muscles that causes the forearm to rotate, go into the elbow. And we'll jump on up, to the shoulder and look at how the muscles wrap around the shoulder, right? So refine that so we can get that looking clear. Then, we can work on tying all the muscles together. Have that line refined coming in as it wraps around the back side of the arm or shoulder. Overall, we're getting close to finishing here, and that's going to do it. Now watch these arms animate. Animation done by Gene Esther. This is going to complete the video. Thank you for stopping by. Until next time, take care.
This city has a problem, and that problem is subscribers. Anytime that Perry Pencil subscribers button isn't clicked, it can be used against you. No need to worry, because there's a new officer in town. A crime has been reported. I am RoboFlop. I mean RoboCrop. All right, who am I kidding? This is Perry Pencil. If you don't smash that alert button, like or subscribe to this channel, you are under arrest. Hey, subscribe, you, or else. RoboPerry, the future of YouTube law enforcement.